Jonathan, welcome back. Which is more important now, Ukraine or the Fed, or is it a toss-up?
Well, over the course of the year, it's going to be the Fed and it's going to be inflation. In the near term, I actually think that the disruption and this jump up in the volatility and all, as that resolves, that's going to be a really big positive for the markets. And the very near-term move is all about Russia.
Do you want to hazard a guess as to why the market has been selling off so decidedly here in the last couple of hours? Is it because the peace talks that nobody thought not peace talks, but maybe ceasefire talks that nobody thought had much chance of success, in truth, didn't succeed?
Yeah, Tyler, on a day like today when the market, is up 1% and down not 100%, 100 basis points and down the same amount, it's really hard to make a guess on that. But, what I try to do is to say, put a stake in the ground. What is this likely to look like in 6 months or a year from now? I think it was Bob Pisani was saying how hard it is to kind of think further in the future. I actually think it's the opposite. I think at the end of the year, we're going to see volatility back down. We're going to see valuations having recovered. And I think the sense of angst that we're feeling right now is probably going to be behind us.
I remember the late and great Jack Bogle saying in times like this, one of the mottos to remember is don't just do something, sit there. Do you agree with that?
No, I don't actually. I think that you want to be, more engaged if you have a point of view in times of volatility. I mean, I'm hearing a lot of clients say we want to wait for things to calm down before we get back in. But here's the reality. If you invest when the VIX is at 31, you get disproportionately large returns on average. And where do you make those biggest returns? You make them in value stocks over growth stocks, very clearly, historically. You make them in small caps over large caps, and you make them in stocks in more risky assets. So consumer staples and healthcare and things like that, they just don't bounce the same way when you have a renormalization from a period of heightened risk. So I actually think now is a terrific time to be jumping in. And if you're going to, you want to buy the right kind of stocks. You don't want to do it safe. You don't want to play it overly safe in these periods because you're going to miss the nature of the bounce.
So volatility can be your friend, and particularly if you buy value and small caps. In a nutshell, is that 100%. The Golub formula? All right.
Right this moment, that's the Golub formula. I mean, everything depends on, on timing. But when you have the VIX really high because of geopolitical risk,
right?
These are really great times to go in. And that's exactly the kind of sectors and groups that you want to be playing in.
You are free to change your mind tomorrow if you want, Jonathan. Thanks. Jonathan Golub, appreciate it.
Thanks, Tyler.
Always good to see you, man.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.